Alright, what's up guys? Welcome back to East Coast Manga. So today I want to talk about Beastars. And this is really for the people who haven't read it yet or haven't tried it out yet. And this is also for people relying on false information and false narratives about this story and about this manga in general. So first off, if you're not reading this manga or not reading this anime solely based off of the fact that it's animal based, and you're so self-conscious that you're afraid that other people are going to make fun of you because you think this is a furry based manga, well, it's not. Also, if you're in that category and you're playing Animal Crossing, well, you're just as bad. Because Animal Crossing, you're literally a human trapped on an island with a bunch of other animals that are human-based. And now that that topic's out of the way, we can actually get into the story and what this is actually about, because this isn't a slice of life, this isn't a rom-com. I would definitely put this in the seinen category. This is a really, really dark manga. And a lot of people either A, don't know about the story, so they don't know that, or B, they've only gotten a little bit into it and they don't realize how dark it really gets. And a lot of people will bring up like furries and stuff like that because they really do think this is like a high school romance type manga, and that's not what this is. Of course, I'd be lying if I said there wasn't elements of that in this story, because there are, but that's not what this story is based around. And I'm not going to get into spoilers with this video. I'm going to hold that off until I watch the anime on Netflix, then I want to compare the two. So this is solely based off of the manga. I've only read the manga. So the dynamic of the story is basically you have carnivores and you have herbivores, like animals in real life. You have two different groups basically. And in this society, they basically have to coexist. And that wouldn't necessarily exist if carnivores were still able to eat meat. So meat, or eating meat, is illegal because, you know, you'd have to kill herbivores to get that meat. And this is a very human-like society, so there's laws and rules and, you know, mayors, presidents, all that kind of stuff, which makes it really, really cool. The world building and just the world in this manga is so unreal and unlike anything else. The closest I can compare it to is Tokyo Ghoul, because you know, you have the normal humans and you have the ghouls, whereas here you have the carnivores and you have the herbivores. Although, you know, in that story, the ghouls were kind of always the bad guys. You know, the carnivores aren't always bad guys. There's obviously criminals that don't follow laws and, you know, murder and eat and, you know, all that kind of stuff. But there's also carnivores that, you know, follow the rules and everything like that. So this story follows the main protagonist, Legoshi, and he's basically a giant gray wolf at this academy. And the academy is just a mix. So you have carnivores, you have herbivores, and just multiple species of animals. And there's a lot of symbolism in this manga, but it's not necessarily like all political or anything like that. But you have like different races, and, you know, obviously the lions and the tigers are obviously like the bigger and stronger animals of the kingdom, as they are with this manga. But to dive into some of the darkness without giving away spoilers, and just to show you guys, like, this is really an interesting manga that really gets just dark. So obviously I said that meat, you know, animal meat is illegal, but obviously carnivores are carnivores and they're going to maybe want some at some point. So they have this black market in the city, and this black market is crazy. So they'll have like body parts and, you know, selling all kinds of stuff that is obviously illegal in the normal markets. But as soon as the group walked in, and, you know, I'm not going to get too many details, but as soon as the group walked in, when they do walk in, automatically there was, I think he might have been an anteater or something like that, and he's basically just holding up his hand and like offering his fingers. He's missing like 3 fingers or something like that. Offering his fingers for cash. Literally just bite it right off of him. So I'm going to show you guys just this quick little page. I don't know, hopefully I won't get in trouble for this, but I mean, I really do want to show you guys this. So as you can see right here, like, just crazy detailed, super dark. But that's all I want to show from the manga, because I don't know, just people have been freaking out about this kind of stuff in terms of like copyrights and whatnot. But honestly, if you've heard anyone else talk about how detailed these characters are in terms of like their story and just the character building, it is insane. But what I really want to focus on is the world, and that's what I'm going to get into my next video when I compare the anime and the manga, because I think there's certain things that the mangaka, she does amazing, and then I think there's certain things in the manga that can be improved. But this is a no spoilers video, so I don't want to get too much into that. But I mean, the world is just incredible. There's so much potential that you can do with this world. And Volume 3 really sunk me in when they went into the city. It's so cool, it's so different. And like I said, Tokyo Ghoul is really the only manga that like does something similar to this, and I really, really like that. But Beastars just like blows it away in terms of just the world building, at least from what I've seen in Tokyo Ghoul. I haven't finished it yet, but from what I've seen. So I'm currently 5 volumes in. That's all that's released right now. Another volume releases in May, but I know the anime is a little ahead of this. But I'm super excited to watch the anime and see how it compares, because I'm really not one for like fan service type stuff. If you see my collection video, like I don't have a lot of manga that has fan service, so that doesn't really interest me at all. I'm really more about the story, the characters, and the world building. And this really, really does it. Like, those of you who have already read this and read volume 5, this just absolutely blew me away. Like, we were here and it just went to here. Now, I'm not gonna lie, the first maybe 2 volumes are a little bit slow because it has a lot to explain about this world and the characters and just the dynamic of how everything works. So if you only read the first volume or 2, it could seem like it's more of like a high school, you know, slice of life with animals, and, you know, obviously there's some danger and stuff like that, but, you know, the more you get into it, like by volume 3 and 4 and 5, it's just unreal how much like dark stuff happens and how much dark stuff you know is going to happen. I mean, that's why in Japan, like, this is already basically blown up into way more volumes than we have released here. I think it's like, I could be wrong, but I think it's like 10 plus volumes already. And it completely makes sense why Netflix wanted to take this on and, you know, create an anime based off of it. Although right now I think it's pretty mainstream. I think it's going to get more popular and more popular as people become, you know, as people read it or watch it and realize what it's actually about. But I think that's going to come with time, when people basically stop being stupid and just realize like they've been watching cartoons all their life that has to do with animals. And, you know, they're playing Animal Crossing, literally Animal Crossing. It's the same exact concept, basically, in terms of human-like animals. And with my collection and what I collect and buy, I really do take pride in, you know, collecting manga that I actually enjoy and I think is good manga. So if this was like a slice of life or something that didn't have the elements that it actually does have, I wouldn't have picked it up. I wouldn't have started reading it. I wouldn't have bought it. Like some of you guys, I was also very on the fence about this manga, and I don't read manga online, and I did actually read this online. I got multiple chapters in and then decided that, you know what, this actually seems very interesting. Doesn't seem like it's about what other people were talking about. And of course, all those people talking about it haven't actually watched or read this yet. They're just making assumptions. And I'd love to talk to someone who has gotten to volume 5 and decided that they don't like it, and that this is a bad series, because I don't agree whatsoever. So that's been it for this video. As soon as I watch the anime, I'll be making a in-depth, with spoilers, review on whether, you know, things I liked and disliked about both of them, and just kind of comparing them, because there's definitely a lot I can talk about this manga. Like, I have a whole list of stuff that I just found extremely interesting. And yeah, so that's been it for this video. Hopefully I haven't rambled on too long and still have your attention, but catch you guys later.